beautiful devs, welcome back. In this video we will explore a very nice plugin, Lightspeed cache, which can increase the speed of your website by enabling the cache. So when you will install that plugin, you will see that plugin here on the bottom left, and here you can just go to the dashboard, and in the dashboard you will see relevant settings where you will find out some details, basic details, and then after that we can actually go to one by one sections and we can improve the cache. So let's go to first section, and here you can see that we have these pre-built settings for advanced, recommended, aggressive, extreme, basic, and essentials, etc. So you can choose the advanced one, which is recommended, and that is better. And when it will be enabled, then we can go to the next step, and in the general option you will see that the first option is actually automated upgrade. Some people don't want to do this because sometimes it can broke your website, so I will also not enable it, although you can enable it and it will speed of your website in a true manner. Then we have the domain key, and we can reset domain key here. Click here, and it will add a domain key automatically to this field. You can see the after 14 seconds, 59 seconds. Okay, so what happened? Request submitted, refresh, approval notification. You must have a domain key first before linking to the quick cloud. So it's not actually necessary. If you can skip it if you want. Then we have the guest mode, so this speed optimization should be on. Then guest optimization should be on. Then we have the server IP, so you can actually click here to get the server IP, and then after that you can just copy this server IP and then paste it in the field, and then notification you can enable it or disable it whatsoever, and then we can just click on save changes. Have the next settings, which are cache setting, and that of the most important settings, and we can do certain settings like enable cache. It should be on, and then cache logged in users will be on, cache commenters will be on, cache reset REST API is fine, cache login page fine, cache favicon fine, cache PHP resources. Okay, this can be on, that's fine. So cache mobile should be enabled as well. And in the meanwhile, whenever you do certain settings, if you want to disable certain pages and if you feel some problem on certain page, you can add that. You can try it again, and in our case settings are fine, so we'll just save it, and we'll just refresh the website, and you can see that website looks good. I will just copy the website and press Ctrl+Shift+N to open a new tab, and incognito mode, and let's search the website, and you can see that everything looks good. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So website speed is also good. So let's move further. After that we can go to TTL. So there is no certain settings which we have to improve in TTL, so just click on save changes, and then next you just have purge. So the purging purge all on upgrade should be enabled, and also the pages should be selected, all the pages, which is a very nice feature. And serve state should be off, and that setting is quite good. But save the settings and go to next step. Excludes, if you want to exclude certain pages, like if you want to exclude certain card page or payment page, you can add that pages over here. And then we have the, I will just save the settings as well. Then we have the ESI. You can actually enable the ESI if you want, and enable ESI will increase speed. If you have the WooCommerce website, it will be really helpful. I will not enable it, or let's enable it and let's try the website again, because I want to check out the website after every step. So sometimes some settings didn't match with your website, so you should test your website again and again with every step. Then we have the ESI is enabled, and cache admin bar, okay, that's fine. Next, object. So we have the object cache. If you want to enable it, we can you can do that. And also we have the methods, and I will not go into this detail. I will just make it simple with default settings. It is good. Then we have the browser cache. This should be on, enable, so it will definitely increase the speed of your website, and it will store the JavaScript and CSS files to the client computer, and when he will open your website next time in the browser, your speed of your website will be best and more and more good. In the advanced settings, you can just utilize, if you have the HTTP and HTTPS versions, then you can enable it. Otherwise, just keep it fine, just keep it default. Instant click will increase your speed too much, but it will actually a very heavy thing for the server side. So if your server is stable and you have a good server, then you should include this as well, but in my case I will just leave it on off. Then we have the CDN settings. Let's click on CDN, and then for the CDN we can actually make it an use CDN mapping should be off, and we will just enable the CDN, and we will enable the CDN for images, CSS and JavaScript, and everything is fine. If you have the Cloudflare API etc., you can include that. In my case, I will just leave it. Then we have the quick cloud CDN setup, and you can utilize the CDN setup as well, and the manage. I will just leave these settings and just move to next step, which is quick CDN setup, and then we have the image optimization. It will be the separate thing, image optimization. So if you want to optimize the images, although you can see that image information is fine, but if your images are heavy and you want to optimize the settings, you can do so. So here I will just skip this step, although you can do so. You can improve your images, and here you can see that image notified to over 40, 45, 36 images etc. And then we have the pull images section, and optimize status, you can see that is in green, and that is fine. Actually we already created images in a better size, so we will not do any changes to this. The purge optimization, so we should enable this purge optimization. Okay, for the CSS minify, that is fine. CSS combine, can combine the CSS, but I faced this problem that in the past, so I will just keep it off. And generate UCS. Okay, just make it enable UCS inline. Okay, just leave it. We will just CSS combine external and inline, and then load CSS. So okay, we will not CSS per URL inline font display optimization swap. That is fine. So we can actually go to the JS settings. We will just stay with the default settings. I'm happy with this, so let's use the default settings because we don't want to break our website. So JS settings will be default. You can see certain settings. You can utilize your own as well if you want. And for the HTML, we'll just optimize the HTML as well, and in the meanwhile we will just refresh the website to test it out again. And then we have the media settings. So lazy load images, we can off or on. Basic image, okay, just leave it on the default and save it. And then we have the VPI, viewport images, just save the default settings. Then we have the media exclude. If you want to enable the lazy load, and if you want to exclude certain media, you can do so. Then we have the localization settings. So Gravitar cache is on, and other things are also on. So Gravitar cache and local. Okay, what is this localization file? Okay, leave it. Then we have the tuning. Just keep this default, and let's save the changes. And then we have the database section. We have the, I will just go with the default, and that's fine. We don't want to change anything. If you want to clean all of the things, I will just keep it simple, and then we will just save the changes. And then we will just go to the next section. Crawler cron jobs. So we will just enable it, all the things. Okay, these should be activated in the map. We will enable everything. Block list, fine. Then we have the general settings. So you can enable the crawler, but I will go with the defaults because the defaults are good, hopefully. And then we have the simulation settings, and then we have the sitemap settings. You can add your custom sitemap as well if you want. And from the sitemap, okay, what is this? The crawler will pass the sitemap and save into the database before crawling. Sitemap chopping. Okay, so that is also default is fine. And in the last section we will just go to the, and we'll just keep everything default. Purge list, we don't want to create. Import export, if you want to import the settings or export the settings to another website, you can do so. View.htxs file is there. You can view this and edit it if you need. Heartbeat, we will just keep it default. And then we have the report. Then we have the debug settings. Yeah, debugging, we can enable it, but I think debug log should be disabled. It can consume the resources, and then we have the log view, and then we have the beta test. Okay, let's test out our speed now. So that's it for the settings for the cache. So let's open the website again, and let's go to the page speed test, GT matrix, and we can go to page speed insights just for testing purpose that everything is same or we have some changes. So let's see. Okay, so after optimization, now you can see the result, and the older mobile result was around 60, I think, and now you can see 79. And if you go to desktop, you can see the simultaneously changed here. Okay, it's beautiful. So our performances for the desktop is quite good, mobile is also quite good. And if you go to GT matrix, yeah, you can see that now from 6 seconds we are now on 4.2 seconds. Although if you will optimize or compress the CSS files and JavaScript files, it will improve the speed as well, but it may broke your website as well. So I will not recommend you that, but you can try it with your websites, and if you don't face any issue, then it's very nice, it's good. And that's it for this video. In next video we will move further. Goodbye.